War in heaven. It was judgment day for the angels of heaven. The messengers had carried the word to every corner of the universe, and from all directions the angels were coming into the place of assembly. Even Lucifer dared not disobey the command to appear before the throne of the Most High. This time they did not come trooping in with gay chatter, nor with questions wondering why the meeting was called. This time they were all quite sure why the meeting had been called. They arrived in sober silence and with foreboding in many a heart. There was a stirring in the flaming light that surrounded the eternal throne. God the Father was about to speak. What would he say? What would he do? The angel host waited in breathless anxiety. Now the voice of God was heard. In his kind and loving way, he reminded them again that the Son of God was equal in every way to God the Father, that one was to be reverenced and obeyed as much as the other. Suddenly a gasp of shocked surprise came from the assembly. Lucifer had stood up, tall and bold. He wished to speak. God graciously gave him permission. I'm not satisfied with the present arrangement of the government, he announced with haughty pride. Since I am chief commander, I should be treated as an equal with the sun, and I should be included in the private conferences when plans are made. Lucifer openly defied God. The loyal angel shuddered. How dared he? To think that a mere angel would stand up and defy his almighty creator to his face? Surely he must have expected a bolt of lightning to flash from the throne and instantly strike him down for his insulting words. But no, God was patient and merciful, even while Lucifer was breaking his heart. He answered calmly, only to the Son will I confide my secret purposes, and from every created being, including you, Lucifer, I require strict obedience to the Son, the same as to myself. The happiness of each one depends on following the laws under which you were created. At mention of the word law, Lucifer went into a rage. He could not bear even the thought of laws. He said laws and rules might be all right for the people on the worlds, but angels were superior beings that did not need laws. They should be free to follow their own minds, for they could guide themselves. Rules merely interfered with their freedom. I can imagine that while the debate went on between God and Lucifer, the loyal angels got as far away from Lucifer as they could, and the rebel sympathizers crowded together near him. Soon it was fairly easy to tell on whose side each one was lining up. The Father reminded Lucifer of how pleasant heaven had been until he started to stir up trouble against the government. The trouble was with your government, Lucifer shouted back. And when we tried to do something to improve things, you sent the Son to rebuke us. Lucifer's followers all nodded in agreement. They were growing bolder and braver as they saw their leader showing open defiance of God. They decided he must have been right after all. The loyal angels could hardly restrain their indignation at hearing such lies spoken against God. Why didn't God do something? They looked up and saw no anger or hatred in the face of the Son, only love and grief. Never before had they realized God's infinite love and mercy, for he was not willing that even those who hated him should perish, and they marveled at it. Now Lucifer hurled a final blast of contemptuous defiance. He blamed God for all the trouble. His rebel followers shouted and applauded in approval. There was a moment of awful silence. Then the voice of God the Father was heard, no longer gentle and pleading, but stern and solemn. Lucifer, you have proved that you are no longer worthy of a place in heaven. Lucifer may have had a moment of shock to hear the change in God's voice, but he made a quick reply. He pointed with exultation to the host of angels on his side, 1/3 of all the angels of heaven. Do you see all these? They are on my side, he boasted. Would you put them out too and leave heaven so empty? Then he pulled himself up to his full proud height and announced, I am ready to fight for my rightful place in heaven. I will match the strength of my angels against the strength of yours. The good angels stood aghast. They wept to hear the boasting words of Lucifer. Now the voice of God was heard once more. He declared that not one rebellious being should stay in heaven any longer. Then there was war in heaven. The sun and his angels fought against Lucifer and his angels, and the loyal angels won the battle. The rebel angels felt themselves being pushed out of heaven. Down, down, down they went. Oh, would they never stop falling? They shut their eyes, for they could not bear to see where they might be going. But as they looked back, the light of their beautiful heavenly home faded farther and farther into the distance. Throughout all heaven, there was peace and quiet once more. Aunt Trudy, how did the angels fight their battle? Asked Dick. I knew you would ask that question, Aunt Trudy said with a smile. How did the angels fight? How long did the war last? Where were the rebels sent? Are those the questions you want to ask? Well, there are questions we all wonder about, but I've never found a clue to the answers, so I won't even try to guess. The one question I can answer is that the next story will tell what happened in heaven now that the time of trouble there was finally ended.